The Sony is shooting in 4K 30 FPS, color profile natural, not vivid mode, EV at 0, not minus 0.3 because with my skin tone my face comes out too dark. The DJI and the optical image stabilization and active stabilization is on the Sony, and I'm just walking normally, naturally. I'm not trying to be stealthy or trying to ninja walk to make it stable, but I'm more interested with the dynamic range. Yeah, with the DJI, same settings, 4K 30 FPS, 10-bit shooting D-Log, so that's already an advantage over the 8-bit from the Sony. And noise reduction and sharpening. I can't even remember if you can turn it on when you're shooting D-Log. I think the setting is off. And rock steady mode. That's it. That's the settings. And I'm just going to walk around the park. And while I'm walking around the park, the sun is behind me now. I'm gonna just flip around. The sun is above me directly. You can see me squinting. And I'm just gonna walk back. I can't believe how hard it is to tell between these two cameras. Yes, the DJI might have an edge, but the Sony's colors looks fantastic. I tried to color grade the DJI for an hour to make it match the Sony. Maybe might make it match the Sony, but why would you spend so much time color grading if the Sony just shoots fantastic color out of the camera? But then again, if you are after these cinematic filters and cinematic tones and want to play and put heavy grades, the DJI is going to be the better one. If you color grade and you're going to match it with another camera and you want that consistency, definitely get the DJI. But if you're vlogging with one camera and you don't care about this stuff, it's tough, man. It's tough. If you shoot in 4K 30 FPS like I do, I don't care about 60 FPS, I don't care about 120 FPS. I always shoot in 4K 30 FPS. If you shoot in that, it's really hard to choose from. If you need 4K 60, 4K 120, it's an easy choice. The Action 4 wins hand down because the Sony doesn't even offer these modes. But if you're choosing between these stuff, yeah, it's hard to tell. The Sony have its advantages, like the fact that you can plug a microphone into it, but that comes with the disadvantages because the gain is really loud on the Sony. But still, you can. Someone is talking on a speakerphone, but you can plug an external microphone. The DJI, you need an adapter, USB-C to 3.5. With the Sony, you have an HDMI mini or micro HDMI out. I keep forgetting the difference between them. You have that difference with the DJI. Again, I don't know if you can do it. Maybe you need an adapter. Let me know in the comment below. Now what I'm doing here is I'm going to try and match them as much as I can color wise, and I'll try and brighten the image on the DJI and see what I can work with without the image falling apart on both cameras, okay? And this is going to be my deciding test. Now the reason why I'm so indecisive and I need to return one or keep one is because I'm traveling. I quit my job, I quit what I'm doing. I decided to vlog mainly and focus on the business, which is going to be interesting, doing it while traveling overseas. I'm leaving Australia, so every penny counts now, and every penny I can save rather than spend counts. But at the same time, I need great gear to vlog. But then at the same time, you see someone like Bald and whatever its name is, has 5 million or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 million subscribers shooting with a Sony. So do you really need the best gear? Or you don't? The Sony has been reliable, never skipped a beat, never ever ever. The DJI, second or third day now, I had it one time, tried to shut it down while I was recording, it got stuck. I had to remove it from the enclosure, get the battery out. Second time it gave me a slowdown, SD related. Your SD card is too slow, which is rubbish. It's a V30 card. It should be plenty for 4K 30 FPS at this megabit, because I know because it handles also up to 200 megabit on my mirrorless A6700 10-bit 422 shooting, you know. So I have two hiccups with the Action 4, none with the Sony for the last 8 years. But if you want to connect your smartphone, well, you can do it with a Sony and move and transfer photos and videos. It's such a pain in the butt with the Sony. It's really, really hard. With the DJI, it's seamless. You can apply a lot in their app. You can edit the video. It's amazing. Honestly, it's just perfect in that sense. So software-wise, DJI wins hands down. Sony software is crap. And I say it as a big Sony guy. I always bought Sony. But yeah, they need to up the game. But they ditched the software for the FDR-X3000. And honestly, it's time to upgrade. It's time to give us new options. A little bit maybe bigger sensor, better dynamic range. Keep the form factor. No need for the screens. Just give us this 10-bit recording. Yeah, you can do better, Sony. It's 10 years. The competition has caught up. But the fact of the matter, I really like it still. And I'm gonna put them now in post. And I'm gonna go back and suss out which one I prefer, you know, and make a final decision. Let's see, let's go home and check. I had this camera for 8 years now, 7 years actually. It's been everywhere with me. It never skipped a beat. I love this camera. The colors are great, but it's starting to show its age with lack of features. If you're the type of guy who needs to vlog, point and shoot, 4K 30, this camera is still fantastic. If you have it, keep it. If it works, you don't have to upgrade. It's still really good. That said, this camera is superior in every way except for the color rendering. The problem is only that the DJI likes to tint the image with green. So if you fix the tint a little bit, push it towards purple, that fixes the colors immediately. Sharpness is better here. Low light performance is better here. Dual screen functionality is better. You get 4K 120, you get multiple resolution to shoot from, you get higher megapixel count, better battery life, maybe 30-40% more battery life, better stabilization during the day. Although I really love the Sony optical image stabilization, I think it does a fantastic job. Overall, if you want gimbal-like stabilization, this is better. It's waterproof, while the Sony is only water resistant. That said, I did drop the Sony in a river, and it took me like a minute to recover it, and it still worked fantastically. If you want a new action cam, if you want all the feature, I have to give it for the DJI Action 4. If you don't care about these features, the Sony is still a fantastic camera to shoot with. The last thing I want to discuss is the software. I found that the DJI Memo allowed me to transfer images and video files very quickly to my phone. It allows you to apply lots on the phone, edit it very quickly and upload it, while the Sony Imaging Edge, it's outdated, it's not supported anymore, it's very lackluster. I find that the Sony struggles to connect to my phone most of the time, usually with third-party batteries. I struggle to move photos and videos, especially videos from the app, from the Sony to my app. So if you want to edit on the go with the phone, that's something that lacks. But that said, the Sony has been trouble-free for 8 years. This gave me a couple of bugs already on the first couple of days. So reliability-wise, this wins hand down. We'll have to see how long this can last. Will it outlast this? I doubt it. This is built like a tank. I dropped it a few times. It's still going strong. Some people reported the out of focus glue problem. I never had this. I would love to hear your comments about this. I would love to hear what you think. I would like to hear what do you prefer, what image you liked more, and I would like to hear what other test you would like to see me doing. Let me know in the comments down below. Do subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.